What up guys, Theos is here. Today I want to talk about two new weapons in the heavy slot and one in the energy that are looking quite promising for damage phases and endgame content this season. I haven't tested these weapons yet, but based on their unique perk combinations, I feel these are definitely worth looking into. Let's just jump into it, boys. The first of these weapons is the Fugue-55 Soros Legendary Sniper Rifle. The Fugu is a 90 RPM in the adaptive frame archetype, think Soul Survivor and Beloved. Now, snipers haven't been our main sources of DPS for a while now, but with the nerf to slug shotguns and loss of particle deconstruction for fusions, the Fugu is just looking nasty right now. I say that because it is the first legendary sniper rifle that can roll with 4 times the charm in the 3rd row, where rapidly landing precision hits will return 2 to the magazine, and firing line in the 4th row. This weapon deals increased precision damage when near 2 or more allies. So not only are you being refunded bullets back for precision hits, but every shot you land on a target is buffed by 20% due to firing line. I think this might end up being better than the Aikilo sniper, which I believe is the 2nd highest damage dealing legendary sniper in the game, with the right perks that is. And it could be in contention for overthrowing the number 1 in the Praetor's Revenge. I'll drop a link to Swalesy's video in the bio down below, as he goes further in depth on actual DPS numbers in reference to the top 10. But to finish off, you'll want Arrowhead Break in the 1st row to greatly reduce recoil and increase handling, and a pendant mag in the 2nd row to increase your magazine by 1. You also need to throw in a backup mag to further increase your magazine by 2 rounds for a total of 7, which will bring out this weapon's full damage dealing potential. The next weapon that we need to talk about is the Typhon-GL5 legendary grenade launcher. The Typhon fires at 120 rounds per minute, which is ranked number 1 overall in use amongst Guardians, and is in the adaptive frame archetype of grenade launchers. Now what's so interesting about this weapon is that this thing can roll with explosive light, where picking up an orb of power increases the next projectile's blast radius and damage. The last time we had a grenade launcher that could roll with explosive light was the Wendigo GL3 legendary pinnacle weapon, which was renowned for being one of the highest damage dealing weapons at the time. But thing is, the Typhon is just better. The Wendigo couldn't roll with spike grenades, where Typhon can. It can also roll with Demolitionist in the 3rd row, where kills with this weapon generate grenade energy, and activating your grenade reloads your magazine from reserves. It can also roll with Hard Launch in the 1st row to further increase projectile velocity but decrease blast radius. You'll want to lower the blast radius as much as possible on grenade launchers, because the lower it is, the more damage your projectiles will deal. Aside from pure DPS, the Typhon can roll with many interesting other perks, like Unrelenting, Impulse Amplifier, Chill Clip, Adrenaline Junkie, Wellspring, and Frenzy. I mean, imagine running the Demolitionist and Wellspring roll on a Warlock. You'll just have abilities popping off non-stop, bruh. Finally, and probably the most promising weapon for dealing big damage on this list, is the PalmyraD legendary rocket launcher. The Palmyra is a 15 RPM firing rocket launcher in the hockey precision frame archetype. One thing that Palmyra has going for it is that because it's a hockey, it intrinsically has built-in tracking rounds, so you don't need tracking module in the 3rd perk row. So instead, you can go with Enhanced Impulse Amplifier, in which massively increases projectile velocity and substantially increases reload speed. Pair that with Lasting Impression in the 4th row, which delays your rocket explosions but increases blast radius and damage. Hard Launch in the 1st row to further increase velocity, and Alloy Casing in the 2nd row to further increase reload speed. The Royal Entry can also get this roll, but the difference is that it is extremely hard to get due to random rolls, whereas you can just craft the Palmyra and level it for enhanced perks. Plus it intrinsically has Hockey Breach Armament's origin trait, which increases damage even more against vehicles, turrets, barricades, and stasis crystals. I mean, rockets in general have been viable damage dealing options for a few seasons now, so it goes without saying that you should definitely get started on obtaining this weapon's god roll because it might be top tier. Overall, I think that all three of these weapons have potential in becoming high damage dealing meta this season, especially the Palmyra, as it's starting to become a hot topic in the Destiny community as of late. Try taking it into the new raid to see how it performs against weapons your fireteam members are using. If you do decide to try the Fugue and the Typhon, make sure you pair them together or with another high damage dealing weapon. Anyway, if any of you guys have obtained god rolls for any of these weapons, let me know in the comments below. But that's it for me, guys. If you found this video to be informative, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the notification tab to be notified about new videos. Catch you guys later.